Greetings and salutations, my name is Deku Druid, and welcome to what I may just believe to be the very last chapter in the story of Gabriel and the Blood Angels. We have hunted down the traitors in our ranks, we have all but decimated the orcs, we've butchered the Eldar, and now all that remains for us are the last vestiges of the Chaos. And together, with the power of the God Emperor on our side, we will see them put to the blade. Our quest? Eliminate Syndri of the Alpha Legion, and destroy or capture the Maledictum. I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know how epic it's gonna be, but can't wait to find out.
The planet of Tartarus is ravaged. Its population has fled or died under the foot of the Orc. Its cities are smashed and burning. Its very ground is irrevocably tainted with the blood of aliens, traitors, and cultists. There is nothing left. Nothing but blasphemous heathens, and the mighty space marines who will destroy them. In this dark place, in this dark hour, we will stand against the enemies of the Emperor, and they will know that not even here on this desecrated infernal rock will we suffer the existence of the heretic. Not now. Not ever. This disturbance is acting like a beacon for the warp storm, accelerating its arrival.
We have little time left. We must assume Syndri has released the demon.
Then our course is clear. We must destroy it. However meager our armaments are today, the demon will not find our hearts lacking.
I know. I believe you, Captain. Here.
What is this?
A demon hammer. God Splitter. We have always intended to destroy the demon within the stone. Would we not appear the fools without the means to dispense our wills?
You entrust this artifact to me?
I can think of no better champion to wield God Splitter against the demon. And you can call it a premonition. But I believe you will end this fight, not I. You are thinking of the traitor Isidore. I render judgment on more people than you can imagine, Captain. Trust me, you are not responsible for the failings or strengths of others. It is not our lot to test their purity. We merely dispense the Emperor's justice when they fail.
The Eldar, if they are this desperate to waste their already meager forces,
then matters are truly dire. Prepare yourself. You are about to enter a battlefield, unlike any other.
Almost. A moment more, damn you. Yes, it is upon us. Bear witness to my ascension!
The enemy is attacking!
Well, that's one way to start a mission. Oh my word.
the Maledictum grants the demon prince Syndri unheard of power. But we shall yet be victorious. Pure hearts and the Emperor's word are more than a match for these abominations.
And firepower. Please don't forget firepower, because that's what I'm bringing. Alright, it seems we've got 2v1. It's me and the Eldar versus Chaos, but I'm telling you right now, and this is not at all coming from a personal place, that's a lie it is, I am not going to help the Eldar. They can do whatever the hell they want over there, because I don't have the patience. I don't know how good the AI is. For all I know, the AI is going to be the one covering my ass. But I don't know if they're any good or not, so I'm not going to help them, and nor am I going to inhibit them. They can sink or rise on their own merits. But from the looks of things, we're going to have enough problems on our own. As usual, we'll be playing my the regular Imperial Fist method of reinforcing our spawn and securing our areas, and from there we'll work our way up. From the opening cutscene, I think this is going to be another mission where we have to defeat a very large boss unit enemy, which in the form of the Ascended Syndri. If he is as tough as a Bloodthirster, we should be okay, but if he is as tough as the giant squig from the very beginning, that might be an issue, because that thing was a monster that required an entire armored retinue to take down. So, depending on how this goes, we'll see what happens. We're definitely going to need, from the looks of this, from what I'm seeing just here, we're going to need a lot of anti-infantry weapons, which isn't necessarily a problem, because I am quite fond of the Stormbolters, and I prefer my Dreadnoughts with the heavy autocannon build. Again, I didn't actually look up what that heavy cannon that the Dreadnought equips is. I'm assuming it's a form of Stormbolter, as I have from the beginning. I don't know for 100% certainty, though. I'm saying a lot because I'm feeling a little touch overwhelmed. They threw me in the deep end here. That's okay. See, they might have thrown us in the deep end, but they've also given us a very nice starting force here. That doesn't mean we can't build more, though, but at this stage, I can't afford to lose. Losing people is probably an issue right now, because the resources required to make more are not something we have at the moment. So, like I said, Imperial Fist play style to start off with. We're going to secure the area, and we're going to be very methodical about branching outwards. Lord, I hope those meteors aren't a randomly falling thing that damages things, because I don't want to deal with that.
The enemy is attacking.
What? How will we be? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Can't go 2 steps without running into a chaos something. Pain in the butt is what it is. I'm hoping that we can take advantage of the hero unit's natural resilience, but just in case. Dreadnoughts can't capture points anyway, so. I'm not sure how we'll divvy the troops up, because this is...
Area secure.
Yeah, see, Eldar are already expanding towards me. That's why we're not helping them. They don't need our help. If they're in such good position that they can afford to expand this much, they don't need our help. Again, this is just me being salty mostly, but again, from an actual tactical point of view, I can't, if I waste time helping them, that's less time I have helping myself. Okay, that landed right on top of him and he didn't seem to take damage, so maybe we don't have to worry about the meteors, which is awesome! Okie dokie. Lots of craters. Craters are good because there's a very... It seems that a lot of the Chaos troops, whether it be the Possessed Soldiers or the Heretics or even the Chaos Marines, they tend to like to get into melee combat, which works for us if we're in a crater, because that gives us the chance to shoot at them more before they get inside the crater. On the downside, once they're in the crater, we're up the creek without a paddle. More of them are coming. Wow, okay.
We think alike.
So it's going to be an uphill battle at the beginning, but we will get there. But like I said, for now, there's nothing down here. Great. For now, it's going to be us focusing on the Imperial Fist method of securing locations, enhancing our base, and gaining a superior position from which to mount our attacks from. Wish me luck. So we've had to increase our forces a bit more than I was expecting, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure this is the very last level. Going off of story-wise and the fact that, you know, again, it looks like we're in hell. Although if there is a chapter 12, I wouldn't say no. We have encountered a large number of continuously spawning portals that keep spitting out these pink cores of Zinch. It's been an uphill battle in that regard because it seems like there isn't enemy spawn time. The enemy is just going to keep coming at us from naturally spawning little hell portals, which in and of itself is a slight issue, but we've compromised for that by having very adaptive marine squads, so rockets for machines so we can expand easier. We've got the storm bolters to handle the demons, and we've got the plasmas to handle any of the heavily armored infantry. Eldar have been getting curb stomped. So apparently I am meant to help them, on this difficulty at least. But yeah, they've been getting curb stomped this entire level, basically. I blame them expanding like a pack of idiots. Instead of coming to my territory, they could have done their own thing, but they didn't. Now they're suffering for it. Yeah, like I said, the pink horrors, continuous. They are going to keep coming no matter what, so it's very important that we reinforce any and all points we capture. Like, level up the point, drop some gun emplacements around them. They are necessary. Also, as you can see our objectives, there's no bonus objective to save them there. You can pause if that's included, but there is no bonus objective to save the Eldar or support them in any way whatsoever. So, stuff them. Don't care.
Under fire.
I don't know if something cool happens if you do save them, or if you help them, or if they get to a certain level. I don't know, so we're just going to ignore them. We are the Imperium of Mankind, not the Imperium of crappy space elves who don't know how to stop sticking it inside of each other. Alright. But yeah, slow and methodical has been turning us dividends, but I don't know if that's just because the chaos has been focused on the Eldar. We will see if that changes once they die. Also, when they do die, we're probably going to take that point over there as a forward operating base. That's neither here nor there, though, yet. For right now, though, it seems the map is also designed in a very tunnel-like basis system. It looks like a really crappy ant's nest, really. This has the positive effect of a lot of choke points, and the negative effect of making it slower to get to areas that I need to reinforce. They're doing nothing. They're not even... Yeah, okay. I just keep looking at the Eldar because I'm annoyed, really. I was expecting them to do something, not just be it, but I guess being a distraction is something. But yeah, nothing... I want to say nothing super exciting's happened yet, but that's not accurate to this level. This level is very, as far as this game is concerned, this level has been very much a, from the start, work. Like, you have to be doing something at all points. Either you're fighting, you're building, or you're upgrading something from like all points and perspectives. I'm only just now getting the resources to be a bit more liberal with how I do this, but it doesn't change the fact that it is of utmost importance that you are ready to fight at all points. Like, everywhere you are can potentially be attacked, because like I said, the pink horrors are spawning at random from like random little hell portals. They just pop up, boom, you're in a fight. So it's very important that you have defenses wherever you are. But yeah, I might just skip ahead until we do the next, till we find ourselves in front of a chaos base, because right now it's just been a lot of chaos outposts. So yeah, I might skip ahead until either a big confrontation or we actually get to an enemy base.
Consolidating position on the objective.
I mean, at least we have a relic now, because that's something. Although I'd much rather, you know, fight the actual enemy. I am being dumb. Like, I know I'm being dumb. I can just march towards where I know their base to be, but I'm also not an idiot, and I know for a fact, thank you for telling me, getting sick of hearing that notification too, but I know for a fact that the moment I march towards the base that I know where it is, that's where the final boss is going to be. And then my troops are going to get massacred. I want some, to be fair, I'm pumping out dreadnoughts, they're predator tanks. What I need is the land raiders, but now I only just got the relic then, so now I can only just start making them now. So, I want land raiders before I march on where I know, and again, this isn't a joke, I know from like in the deepest instincts I possess that that's where the final boss is going to be. Because it's obvious, it's the final mission, they showed me where the base is. That's why, by the way, we're doing the long route. We're going to the places that aren't the final base, because on the off chance it isn't, because, again, I know, but I don't know. On the off chance that it isn't, I don't want them to have some backup crap where it's like, eradicate the chain of chaos. I'm just doing this to cover all my bases. And there has to be another base. This is a big-ass map. There has to be another base. So, we're going to find that second base. Then we'll go take care of the other guys. But That's why we've split up our forces into the two expeditionary forces, so we can cover more ground more easily. Don't be mistaken though, the expeditionary forces aren't pushovers. I've got dreadnoughts with them, space marines, predator tanks. They're capable of handling whatever the heck the Chaos want to throw at us. For the most part. Although I am noticing a substantial amount of predator tanks over here with the western flank, because every single listening post we come across has a predator tank supporting it. And it's beginning to try my patience.
Even in
I don't
death, still
rightly
serve.
know, like, how many more listening posts there are, but I know there's a second base, because at this point there has to be, or I'm gonna lose my mind.
We will stop us.
Oh yay, another predator tank. Oh! I've been waiting forever to do this. Yes, take them, lads. Oh, okay, there's a few more predator tanks than I thought. Oh dear. Either the orbital bombardment will save us, or I'm about to suffer some very heavy casualties. Luckily, I can use the morale buff from my commanders to lessen the amount of damage they're taking, marginally at least. Oh dear. We're spamming abilities, we're doing everything we can. Probably gonna end up losing there actually, so for that reason we'll upgrade that listening post back there. Alright, we got one. Now, unfortunately, I think our rockets are mostly dead. Yeah, they are. So we're really relying right now on melee prowess and the heavy bolters. Now, I don't actually know how the damage stacks up against armor, but I know for a fact that, as weird as it might sound, I think it's actually better to use melee against vehicles than your regular bolt fire, which is just a curious thing when you think about it, because you'd think the bolters would be better against armor, but for some reason, I swear, I can't prove it, but I've done it a few times in battles where I've like gone into melee. I don't know if it's true. It's like a psychosomatic thing, maybe, in my brain. It's like, yes, stab it with the knife like the man you are. Go caveman on it. Grr. But, yeah, in my brain it works. But my brain is messed up place already, so that's not saying much. Alrighty then, they're not spawning anything else over here, so I
am prepared.
think we can consider this a win. Now it's just about cleanup duty, so we'll let these boys go hog wild, not ham wild. Let these boys go hog wild and just decimate everything. That's why I've changed their stance to focus on buildings. So now they'll eradicate this area completely. And now we just have to, I'm actually unsure whether I should explore the last of the dark sector on the map, which is just north of these guys, or if we should go east,
We are
take
united in his
the Eldar
service. For the
old
glory
base, or just
of
go
the
straight
Emperor.
up north and take on the
Follow
other base
me
that we know
into
exists. I'll probably try to make a second base, because I like the idea of having that security, that position to go back on. But yeah, we'll see.
Yes, most beneficent one.
It's
You ask.
amusing to me that I feel as I'm playing what I'm almost 100% certain this is the last level, but if there is a surprise chapter 12, I'll be a little bit shocked. It feels kind of amusing that while I'm playing this very final chapter, there's not a sense of climactic upheaval to it. In a sense, it does feel like a final push, like a final necessity driven by the story itself. But in a result of this is that I'm having trouble putting to words what I want to talk about. And there's not much, I feel, the drive to talk about in this level, because this level itself, this chapter feels like a portion of the game that makes sense. This is what it's been building up to. This is, you followed the mystery of chaos across the world of Tartarus, and here we are, we're at the end. We've dealt with treachery, we've dealt with betrayal, we've dealt with mystery, we've dealt with subterfuge, and now we're here to wrap it up. And that's what this is. This is like the final sweep, in a sense. Lore-wise, if you look at things, this is, and another key note of this lore-wise would be this isn't special. This is another day. This is just another battle against chaos. As it's special in maybe the instant, but in the grand scheme of things, especially in the wh40k universe, this is probably, it's not mundane, but it's not special. It's uncommon, perhaps.
I
don't know how frequently demons get released in lore-wise, but lore-wise, I suppose this is, at best, this is a look back at what the Horus Heresy was.
Most beneficent one.
You know, fire raining from the sky, earth tainted by demons, the Alpha Legion pulling their chicanery, whatever you call it. This, I don't know, was it ever confirmed lore-wise whether the Alpha Legion were good or bad? Like, I know they're bad, but are they also, you know, good? Can somebody give me an update on Alpharius and Omegon, please?
Me into battle.
Earliest convenience. For those of you who are unaware, Alpharius and Omegon were the Primarchs of the Alpha Legion, back before they fell to Chaos during the Horus Heresy. And what made them so special was one of their abilities was that they could bestow their blood, or something, upon their legionnaires. And the members of their Astartes that they did this to would gain a portion of their powers and abilities and become like them, almost indistinguishable from the actual genuine Archers, which means they could make their Space Marines appear to be Primarchs, which was incredible in its own right. But the fact that they did this to manipulate and control other people by making them believe that one or the other had fallen in battle was a very big deal, because it led to a lot of miscommunication between the loyalist Primarchs about whether or not they were dead.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Another key note about Alpharius and Omegon that was really cool was that, despite the fact that they were twins, which is a big deal, the two constantly refer to themselves as one soul split between two bodies, and apparently this was shown through their battle prowess, and when they took to their legion, they did so in a very, they had a very smooth integration from it, from what I remember. They basically they slid right into the operations of things and immediately began amassing forces and powers. And one of the most amusing things was that supposedly the Alpha Legion was the biggest of the legions, but no one could ever get an exact handle on their numbers. It actually led to a few memes, if I'm not mistaken, as did the whole them not knowing whether they're traitor or loyalist. I think they even had this is a scary thought, but they even had sleeper cells that would activate depending on certain code words given to them. And if I remember correctly, some of them were actually positioned inside the Imperial Palace, which is terrifying to think about. But you know, like the Custodians, I think, are prepped to handle such things. God, that's a lot of troops. We're gonna need to take some heavy anti-infantry over there.
Yes, most beneficent one.
See, this is the risk. This is the risk of me just blabbering here. A lot of times I cut stuff like this because a lot of the jibber-jabber I do actually goes off on tangents that aren't entirely related to what we're doing at this time. I remember one time I started talking about orcs and I went off on this massive blabberfest about squigs. not my proudest moment.
Yes, Lord.
Just gonna bite the bullet and throw ourselves at the last base because
Faith and duty.
while we could explore the rest of the map, my curiosity has gotten the better of me, and at this point, we know that the final boss has to be somewhere around here. We have our backup base already being built, so if things go tits up, we can immediately either fall back there or build a secondary force. But yeah, this is, I want to see what I'm up against, because I need to know.
No fear.
But
By my command.
one way or the other, we're gonna learn today. Okay. They don't seem to be too aggressive towards blowing up their buildings. That's funny. So maybe this isn't the actual base. And we'll see.
Follow me into battle.
Okay, we got a lot of Marines. That's alright, we can nuke them.
Today the enemy shall be.
Let the orbital bombardment take out a whole chunk of them is what we're gonna do right here. So yeah, we are taking fire, but nothing I wasn't expecting. a lot of anti-infantry, so we might come back here with either Krynos or the Whirlwinds, because I know that both of those will be a little bit more apt to taking care of this amount of infantry. Wow, that's just a lot of infantry, really. A couple dreadnoughts, maybe. Actually, yeah, a couple dreadnoughts with the Stormbolter armaments on their side would probably be better for that. Hey, I hear you.
We shall know no
Yeah,
fear.
we'll get some Stormbolters. Definitely come back with Gabriel again, so we can drop another orbital bombardment on them.
Praise the Emperor.
Whirlwinds, not a terrible idea, actually. We might... I don't know if I want to go that route, though. Simply because of how much effort it might be.
Yes, Lord.
Alternatively, now that I think about it, it might be better going the... Why are you attacking me? Go away.
Yes,
It might be better going the Terminator route. We'll get some Terminators in there, because they can be pretty heavily armored. So we'll drop the Terminators in. And again, I don't want to move away from the Dreadnought idea, because the Dreadnoughts really do excel at that infantry base if equipped with that heavy Storm Cannon armament. So, definitely Terminators. At least a squad of Terminators, you know, something heavier that we could throw against the wall of bullets they chucked right at us.
He who stands
I do
with me
need
shall
rockets,
be my
because we
brother.
need something to handle the buildings there. And if we're taking the Terminators, they can handle the infantry. Yeah, alright, let's build up some troops and take another run at that. Like, yeah, no, land raiders can happen, but like, the same way they can happen, they can also not happen. If we're gonna throw them in, I'd rather them be against an actual heavily armored individual, because I remember them being really good at destroying bases and structures and stuff like that, but infantry-wise, they're not the greatest, but they did work against infantry. It was mainly the defensive properties that I think made them better against infantry, because they simply had the armored prowess to last in the fight against them, so in a way they were just outlasting the infantry, which isn't what we need for this section here, because they have so much of it. I'd much rather just annihilate it. Hopefully, we can accomplish such said task using our own anti-infantry, while also having enough equipment here to handle the buildings. And then, if I had to guess, I'm assuming the final boss would be up either Relic or not. Okay. Be big. But orbital bombardment's bigger. Wow, he shredded that poor guy. That's one dreadnought down. But our orbital didn't go off, so we can use it again. So we'll just reline that, reline it, and fire. My word, he's using sorcery! Heretical sorcery! Where's the Inquisitor when you need one? Oh, well, that's a coronate demon he's possessed by for sure. I have no real evidence of that, but I'm willing to bet it is. Like a greater bloodthirster or something. Maybe even a demon lance, I don't know. Something of note there. It's like Syndri didn't just go for a bloodthirster, he went for the whole hog. It's the second time I've used that saying today. Whole hog. It's a funny saying. Oh no, my boy! He dead as hell! But we did manage to get it down to yellow health.
Yes?
Which is an achievement all its own, and not one I'm at all ashamed of. I'd rather, showing that we can get it down to yellow means that we can just send in a more heavily armed force with some heavy weapons. Definitely with some heavy weapons. He says spamming dreadnoughts. Yeah, dreadnought, a couple of Terminators for cleanup duty. The main reason I'm gonna use the Terminators again is because they actually lasted longer than the dreadnought did. And I was bombarding them, so. Get some dreadnoughts, land raiders, terminators, the whole shebang. It's at yellow health. I don't know if it has regen. I probably should have checked that.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Praise the
But yeah,
Emperor.
we'll get another force together quickly and throw it at it right away. So it turns out if you shoot him enough, he comes after you. I was not aware of this fact.
Taking damage.
So, this force is going to go quickly destroy the enemy base, stop them summoning more Space Marines, and I will hope my defenses are enough to keep him at bay. Or maybe even kill him, which would be great! Because if he dies to auto turrets, that would be hilarious. One way or the other, though, I am going to wrap this up. Look at him run. That's right. Flee, coward, flee! He seems to be mainly going after listening posts, which I wonder if that's a game mechanic. Specifically, like, look, you thought you've nearly beaten me, but now I'm gonna slowly take back everything you've built up. If it is, then great. If it isn't, no matter. But yeah, this will be, these guys will come in and sweep up the base. This time I'm not gonna leave these troops around to cause problems for me, I'll just take them out while I'm here. Like I said, with the Storm Bolter accessory, the autocannon accessory for the Dreadnoughts, they can do the work. They can get the work done, but the orbital cannon can get it done a bit quicker. Yeah, he's going after, it seems those craters where the portals that some of the pink horrors is in, he's coming out of those now, which is fine. If he wants to run into my autocannons, that's a-okay. I'm going to take out this base, and then I can use this force to hunt him down as he teleports around the map. But I want this base destroyed first so we can't summon more Chaos Space Marines. Pink Horrors I can deal with, but the Chaos Space Marines have heavy bolters, and they are a pain in the ass to deal with. But not for long. Certainly he had the right amount of Marines over here, but it seems that even his Marines can't hold up against the amount of firepower we're building. This time I brought the Inquisitor top of us, so we had that additional orbital bombardment, which we are using to great effect back there. Oh, Syndri's back, but he's already on red health, and I've got Land Raiders, and he jumped straight to the orbital bombardment. That's right. That's right, one coward. We'll activate that, Wrath of the Emperor. Get him. And that is Syndri. Ah, yes. Yes. Back to the warp with you, foul spawn. And that's that. That's a wrap.
Human! Do not destroy the stone! You will doom us all!
Ignore her, Captain. Destroy the stone before it leads others to ruin.
You know not what you do! We cannot allow this. Take this human down!
No!
Fool! You have damned us all!
Well done, Captain. Let us bid haste, brothers. The fleet is about to depart and leave us stranded.
I am free. You have my thanks.
Show yourself, demon.
I will. Soon. Until then, go forth and spread word of my return.
I am not your herald, warp spawn.
Are you not? You released me.
No. I destroyed the stone.
Yes. And had you done so sooner, you might well have vanquished me. Instead, you contributed to my release with your every sacrifice.
Sacrifice? What sacrifice?
This planet was an altar, human. To the blood god, Core. Syndri arranged the Orc invasion, knowing Space Marines would come to end their threat. Every death was a sacrifice toward my release. And I must say, your contributions were many and magnificent. Isidore, Bale, and finally, Syndri himself. Without so many offerings, Thank you. I will spare your life for now. Yes, free, and know I will soon come to claim you all.
Then come and find your judgment waiting. You have escaped captivity, only to face annihilation. I know you now.
And with that, we have finished the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War campaign. That is the end of the story of Gabriel and the Blood Ravens, at least for now, for the first game. What you're hearing right now is actually some of the awesome music that I specifically tried to leave out of all the episodes because I was afraid of copyright. I'm leaving it now here in the credits because I want to give you guys a chance to actually listen to it if you want to. It is really good. The soundtrack for this game is actually, in my opinion, really well suited to the tone of the game. And speaking of the game, what isn't there to say about it? I found it to be one of the better RTSs I've played in my time. It was fun. It had both simplicity and intricacy in the sense that the mechanics of it were very simple, with heavy weapons, light weapons, yada yada yada, but also with stuff like cover and terrain having an effect on things. The units themselves, a lot of the time, were colorful and fun to look at and fun to use. The combat was really enjoyable with explosions and those finisher moves that were being displayed right now by our nice little orc mech boy. But as a whole, the game felt like a really awesome showcase of what some of the Warhammer 40k universe has to offer, and it did so in a way that I feel like is very welcoming to new players. But, wow, the credits really just end there. But, with that being said, this is the end. I've been Deku Druid, and I would like to say thank you all very much for watching.